your first taste of Indiana, what have you sort of noticed about this area now?
That the sun go down late.
It's too late, man.
Man,
Eastern time sucks here.
The sun go down late, bro. The sun go down
Yeah.
late. Like, I'm up thinking it's about 5 o'clock, 5, 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
It's 8, 9 o'clock. I'm like, Lord, I thought it was 5 or 6. So
all right, Colts safety Cam Bynum is here with me on the podcast. Cam, how you doing, man?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm doing great. You've been in Indy for a year now.
Yes.
What is something you've come to appreciate about living in central Indiana in Indianapolis?
There's a lot less traffic than growing up in California.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate that. But the speed limits here are very low. So that's one thing I don't appreciate. So I have to drive the speed limit because you will get pulled over out here. But I love it out here.
So I'm from Chicago, and like whenever people ask me like, "Oh, how do you like living in Indy?" The first thing I say is the traffic.
In a good way, right?
In a good way.
Yes.
It's like there's nothing.
Somehow 2-lane roads don't have traffic.
Right.
Like if there's any 2-lane road in California on a freeway, it'd be packed all day.
And like the back ways are also not backed up.
Exactly.
Like if 465 is backed up and I got to get home to Carmel, I can just take like a back way
Exactly.
from here.
Like,
It's
I
great.
live 28 miles away. I could take the streets, and it
Yeah.
almost take the same amount of time as taking a freeway.
It's just like
which is insane.
The quality of life here is really good.
Yeah.
And I think a lot
it's
of people
solid.
don't realize that about like central Indiana.
Yeah, it's just like people, it's just in the middle of the country, so people don't think there's much out here, but
Mm-hmm.
you really get everything. But for me, as a California boy, only thing I miss is some mountains, but
Mm-hmm.
other than that, or the ocean, but other than that, living is amazing here.
So you lived in Minneapolis for the first 4 years of your career.
Yep.
With the Colts now going on year 2. What's your favorite like Midwestern stereotype that like people do?
People
in the
are
Midwest?
actually friendly. People are actually nice. So they say Midwest nice, or they're just the stereotype that people in the Midwest are friendly. I think that is actually true because coming from other places, it's not that people are mean, but people go out of their way to actually talk out here, and it's like, oh wow, people are actually social.
Actually nice.
Yeah,
I love that.
Actually, and genuine. Yeah.
What's something that like has maybe hit you about the Colts over the year now plus you've been here, of like this organization stands for this?
I'd say family.
Yeah.
As far as like the feel around, like obviously it's staff, it's work, worker, employees, and everybody, but it feels like a genuine family. A lot of the times, like people, you hear stories about it being, the NFL is a business, but there's some times where you can look past the fact that it's a business because you feel like you're actually like really tight with people around you. And I think that's a really cool part about being here, specifically with the Colts. I feel like everything here is like really family oriented.
I've been doing this with a couple of guys. Give a staff member a shout out. Someone who's like really helped you, who you enjoy being around, who's on staff here at the Colts.
I say my DB coach Chris Hewitt.
Mm-hmm.
He's been just really solid since the day I came here, coaching me hard, and that's one thing I appreciate about him, that he doesn't, he's not afraid to be hard on me. If I make a mistake, he'll hold me accountable, and he'll always hold me to a high standard, and he's always, always making sure that I hold a high standard in the way that I practice little things. Like, sometimes you may think like sometimes, you get here and, they give you a contract. Some people may not coach you as hard, but he's a coach that's been, on me about every little detail since day one.
Is that how you want to be coached? Like you want,
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like that's one thing. I don't ever want somebody to be afraid to coach me.
Who's your favorite all-time athlete?
We talked about this last year.
I know we did. So
Manny
Pacquiao. Okay.
But is Kobe 1A?
Okay.
Manny 1B. But it was like they're both 1A, 1B.
Okay. Let me ask you this about Manny Pacquiao then, because I know we talked about it last year. You're doing a lot of training with him. Super cool. You can't have a boxing match. You can't have a football game. What is a sport you're beating Manny Pacquiao in? Like if you have to pick one sport and you're like, I'm playing in one-on-one. Yeah.
He's weirdly good at everything.
Well, he's one of the best athletes of all time,
yeah.
so that's
but
not
he's
weird.
Like super good he's good at basketball. So he'll beat me in that because I'm not good, and he can shoot.
Okay.
Even though his jumper, it looks unconventional, the ball goes in.
Tyrese Halliburton's looks unconventional.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. He's as good as he is. Manny's super good at billiards or pool, like world-class
Okay.
level, so I can't beat him in that.
He's world
But
class.
what am I
pool.
good at that
Man,
I can
okay.
maybe I could beat him in a race. Sprint.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
100 meters.
Yeah.
I get him. But long distance, when I run with him long distance, he kills me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
hard to keep up with him. And then he'll sprint the last stretch. My legs are dead from running miles already, so I can't. Then he can sprint faster than me.
Okay.
But if it's only a sprint, 100 only, then I
Okay.
think I got him.
So we got the one. I mean, you're
That's
a
the one.
world class athlete. He's a world class athlete.
Yes.
Like the genesis of this question was one of our graphic designers, Grant Wayner, said he could beat LeBron James in pickleball, and we're all like, no, you couldn't. There's no way you
LeBron
could.
can just stand in the middle. And
Exactly,
Not have to move.
yeah, right.
Just
So
switch hands.
yeah, no, it's like that. That was silly, but I was like, I want to ask an actual athlete what they could beat another great athlete. And
Manny
so,
in
okay.
sprint only.
Manny in a sprint only. Okay.
Long distance. Even at 47 years old, he can outrun me in long distance. Yeah.
What is your favorite feeling on a football field?
Getting an interception, one, but the most satisfying thing is like a perfect tackling rep.
Okay.
Like open field tackle, something that nobody notices. So I think only safeties will understand this, but the satisfaction of you're playing post safety in the middle of the field, and there's a run play and it breaks, and it's you and the running back one-on-one in open field, and that's like the most impossible tackle to make. And it's not flashy at all. It's still a 10-yard gain, but for me as a safety, that's one of the best plays you can make because you're saving the day.
Yeah,
you get no clout points, no nothing off of it. But that's the hardest thing to do.
You're sitting there knowing you just saved like an 80-yard touchdown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you miss this, you're on every edit, every highlight tape in the wrong way. But if you make it, you get a good job from only a few people, but that's all you need.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's done that to quite a few people in his
He's-
career.
Yeah, he's an issue if you get in that situation.
All right, I want to get you here out of here on this. I have a pack of 2025 Topps Chrome football cards. We got 4 cards in here. I want you to rip it,
All right.
and I want to get a story about someone you get in this pack of cards.
It's actually cool. This is interesting. But if I get a rare one, I get to keep it.
You get to keep it. You
Sell
get to keep it.
Get it graded and everything.
You do what you want with it. They're your cards now.
Yeah.
You opened it. All right, who do we got?
I'll
We'll
go
show them to
through.
that camera over there.
Zoom in. You on focus?
DeMarvion Overshone, linebacker for the
Okay.
Cowboys.
I haven't played the Cowboys in a while, since I think 2022. So don't have much on him.
Okay.
Jonnu Smith, really good tight end. I'll save the story for the end to see who we get.
Okay. Yep.
He's solid. He's taking a screen to the house against us when I played with the Vikings in 2024.
I feel like he's done that against like every single team in
he's
the
done
NFL.
that.
Yeah.
Rookie, Trayvon.
Travion Henderson. That's a good looking card right
Yeah,
there.
this is nice. He's a baller. Jahad Campbell. Okay. Yeah, I have to go Jonnu.
Okay. What do you got?
One, I know he's a really good tight end, but I remember we were in zero coverage. They caught us in base, in all-out max blitz. And, the typical beater, they blitz everybody. They throw a little screen onto the outside. And he was probably the fastest tight end I've ever seen. We all had an angle on him. And he broke up the sideline, and it was like nobody caught him. We're like, did a tight end just outrun all of us and score? So that was like a eye-opening thing of like, oh, wow, this dude can run. So really good tight end.
Okay.
That's my Jonnu Smith story.
That's good. That was kind of
He was in Atlanta. It's
was-
a bad story because we got scored on.
but that was kind of a weird pack of cards, though.
Yeah, this is,
You got, 2 rookies in there and then a guy in the Cowboys who you've never faced?
yeah. And I haven't played the Eagles in a while.
Yeah. That's just luck of the draw, though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's the whole point of
You were
cards.
sitting here
It's
already
random.
counting your money on, I'm going to get a
know.
graded rookie auto
But
card
you
of
get
someone.
you get any rookie card. This could be worth some money.
That could be
one
worth
day.
something. Okay.
And it's the nice one. I don't know.
Well, it'll be worth less money when you make an open field tackle on him.
True.
So, yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
That's the goal.
All right. You can keep those cards. Cam
Yes,
Bynum,
sir.
appreciate the time, man.
Appreciate you. My guy.
All right. Colts safety AJ Haulcy is here. AJ, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. What have these last maybe 4 weeks or so been like for you? Kind of just like getting around Indy, getting around the team. Is it like drinking out of a fire hose? What sort of have you reflected on?
When I first got here, everything was just a lot faster than I expected, but it kind of slowed down. Just trying to learn everything. I got to learn before I can just go out there and kind of put my own savviness to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just been out trying to learn everything and trying to get everything memorized and learn a different terminology. But it's been pretty fun.
Have you talked to any vets about just like that like rookie experience and like what you have to go through as a rookie now to get ready for even training camp in the summer?
Yes, sir. And the biggest feedback they gave me was just keep studying. Don't ever stop studying, even when I go home for the break or for the off season, or just keep studying. Just keep going over your notes, keep going over your keys, and keep rehearsing it. So when you get out there and it's your turn to actually execute it, you execute at a high level.
Does it help you though that you made all those moves in college from New Mexico to Houston to LSU? You're playing for all these different defensive coordinators. Does that help you at all now in making this transition to the NFL that you've made several transitions already?
Yes, sir. It totally does. Just in the different schemes. I have 5 different defensive coordinators, and I done seen a lot of schemes, so I know what can hurt me and what's the offense gonna try to attack. So I just gotta learn the terminology, and the schemes for sure help me because I already done played in every scheme.
So up here, like Indiana football became pretty big this year. Obviously, a lot of college football fans here. You finished your college career at LSU. What's something about playing at LSU that maybe folks up here don't understand if you're not kind of down in that environment?
Man, it's different, bro. I'm tell you, it's different. It's like the atmosphere. It's like it's so much going on, but at the end of the day, you still got to go out there and ball. It's you got all different type of celebrities coming out to the games. You got a sold out crowd. You got 108 people, just in one place. Just here to watch you guys, and it's just different. The atmosphere is just different. Once you step off the bus, it's like you got all the cameras. Like it's just like it's like a movie for real. But I was glad I got to experience that, and yeah, man, it's just different.
How does that experience playing at Tiger Stadium, playing in some of the biggest stadiums, environments in college football, like? How does that help you now? Where there's a lot of pressure on you in the NFL, the stadiums maybe aren't as big, fans are into it, but just being in those moments where you got 100,000 people on you, whether they're for you or against you.
Just the same way as it does just transitioning to the league. You're gonna have. I feel like, let me rephrase that. I feel like it helped me just seeing that the crowds are always going to show up, at LSU. For the most part, our crowd always showed up, so it was always 100+ in there. So just me knowing, the atmosphere and just me getting used to a big crowd and not let that overwhelm me, I'm kind of used to that now. And just coming from Houston to LSU, it was something I had to get accustomed to. But I feel like it didn't play as big of a role, but now I'm accustomed to it, and I won't get overwhelmed by noise or a crowd.
Right on. Who's your favorite athlete of all time?
LeBron James.
Okay.
For basketball, it was LeBron James, and for football, since a kid, Aaron Rodgers has been my favorite player.
Yeah? You get to face Aaron Rodgers this year.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
I know it.
That's wild, man. I mean,
it.
let's talk about LeBron, though. What about LeBron do you appreciate as someone who is now also a professional athlete?
Just his consistency. I know it's very hard to be consistent for that long, and he just showed me that it's possible, and he just showed me like it's possible just to be consistent for that long and continue to play at a high level for a very long time. Like he showed me that was possible, and also like his intelligence of his sport, his intelligence of basketball, like you could see it on the court, like he telling guys to move here just so once he tell him to move, he can make a different play. So I just say his knowledge on the court, his IQ, and his consistency.
Okay, so then Aaron Rodgers, what do you appreciate about his game?
The same thing, like how much he knows about football and how much he know and how much he willing to put on his teammates, like what he know, like he also giving it to his teammates. So I just say like both of that IQ for the game, and that's what type of player I am. Like my IQ, it turned out like it ignites my instinct, so that's what led me to play instinctive.
I love that. What's something you have come to learn about this area? Like, I've asked a lot of guys, like, what's something they've come to appreciate about living in Indy? You've only been here for a couple weeks, but like your first taste of Indiana, what have you sort of noticed about this area now?
That the sun go down late.
It's too late, man.
The
Eastern time sucks here.
The sun go down late, bro. The sun go down
Yeah.
late. Like, I'm up thinking it's about 5 o'clock, 5, 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
It's 8, 9 o'clock. I'm like, Lord, I thought it was 5 or 6. So just the sun go down late. And also, I haven't seen just a hot day yet.
We'll get him. We'll get him. I'm that guy though who's like, I want to go to bed by 9. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm 37. I'm kind of washed.
Yep.
I need my sleep. I'm going to bed by 9, and I'm like, guys, like, I need like blackout shades or something. I'm like trying to take a melatonin to go to sleep because my body's like, no, man, it's still, like you said, it's still like 5 or 6 o'clock.
Sure.
How about a staff member here? Like, give a staff member a shout out who's helped you kind of acclimate to the NFL so far.
Coach Rich, the strength coach.
Yeah, Richard Howell. Yeah.
Coach Rich, he's been on me, man. He's just been also Coach Lou, DC, and Coach Rome and Coach Chris. Just the two defensive. Also Dylan. He's a defensive backs coach as well, and me and him been up here early mornings. Just before even regular meeting time, we've been up here doing walkthroughs. And every time I hit him up, get extra film work, he with me. So I want to give a shout out to Dylan. Also the defensive backs coaches. They just trying to give me all the free game that I can get and I can receive, and I really appreciate that. And also Coach Lou, he been on me, he been on me for real. But it's all for the best. Sometimes you just think like, he just keep messing with me, but I know it's for the best, and I know he want me to be the best, so that we can be the best as a team. So I just want to say appreciate him for that. And also Coach Rich, he been on me as well. Like, he even tried to give me a schedule. Like, he tried to give me a schedule and things I can do. He's always giving me different options just for me to better myself. So I just want to say I really appreciate him for that.
Is there anything different about like an NFL strength and conditioning program versus like a college one?
It's more. I would say it's more chill. Like, it's more relaxed. It's not as hard as college. Like, you max squatting every day, or you just want to lift heavy every day. Like, they want to take care of you in the NFL. They know the ultimate goal is to produce on the field, so they just want to get you bigger, faster, stronger, but they want you to be able to sustain it so you can play as long as possible.
Right on. Last one for you here. What is your favorite feeling to get on a football field?
Seeing something that I watched on film and I trigger on it. It's just like before the ball even come out, and then that quarterback actually throw it there. Like, before the ball even come out, you like, please throw it, and he throw it. That's my favorite feeling to get on the field. Like, you like, please throw it, and he throw it to you, and it's right there.
Like, you did all the work,
sure.
It's coming to you, and
For
you're
sure.
Come on, yeah.
And you trigger on it. Like, you can know all day it's coming to you, and you can second guess yourself soon as it comes. But when you know it's coming to you and you done watched it over and over, then you done repped it out after practice. So now when you see it during the game, you're able to go, and he throw it, it's like, oh man, that work paid off.
That's great. Awesome. We're looking forward to seeing those plays on the field this year for the Colts. AJ Haulcy, appreciate the time, man.
Thank y'all.
All right, rookie defensive end, Caden Curry is here. Caden, how you doing, man? This is your first NFL Media Day shoot.
I'm doing great, man. I'm just glad to be here.
So I've been asking all the guys, and I kind of prepped you before we started recording. I've been asking all the guys who've come by, like, what's one thing they've come to like appreciate about like Central Indiana and living in the Indy area?
Well,
you are an expert on this area, being a native of it. What's your favorite part about living here then?
Yeah, I mean, recently, you always got to give it out to the Indy 500. That's the best race,
Incredible
I'd say.
race this year.
All over. And just going with just food. Obviously, my favorite steakhouse downtown's Tony's. I always tell everybody to go there. That's my spot. And just the Pacers and the Colts. I mean, obviously, we are kind of a basketball state in the past, but I feel like now with just all the football around us, Indiana's growing on the football side, and we're going to be one of those ones here soon.
I mean, people have put it to me, like, I'm from Chicago. I moved here 5 years ago. People have put it to me that, like, this was a basketball state until Peyton showed up, and now it's a basketball and a football state.
Definitely. I feel like it's definitely integrating. I mean, I give the props to the Hoosiers last year. I lost to them in the Big Ten Championship, but they definitely put on for the city, and I'd say that it grew even more, and it's just coming to be both of them.
What was the hardest part about playing Indiana last year?
The hardest part was playing them in Indianapolis, going to Ohio State and then coming back to my hometown, having to play the hometown team. It was definitely mixed emotions from my friends and not my immediate family. They always were rooting for me, but you could tell that some of my friends wanted to see me do good, but they wanted Indiana to win. So it was kind of hard friendships for a little bit.
So I asked that question to Bryce, and he played him twice last year.
Yeah.
And he talked about just kind of their like camaraderie and how they played together and all that. And I started asking another question, and he cuts me off and he goes like, "Oh, and their fans were awesome."
Yeah,
like,
Indiana fans are ruthless. I mean,
didn't.
They'll make sure that you hear them and that you know they're there. That's
I didn't
sure.
know that they have the biggest alumni base like in the U.S.
I didn't know
Indiana
that either.
Does. Yeah,
I mean,
know. Yeah.
Cuban does a good job with all of them. He makes sure
he
they show up and show out.
What's something? I mean, you've obviously been like a lifelong Colts fan. Watching this team kind of from afar. Now you've been here for about 2 months-ish.
Yeah.
What's something that's hit you about this organization, just kind of your early first impression of being in it now?
I'd say the first thing that really hit me when I first got here was walking into the defensive line room, and they got pictures of old guys on the walls and everything. And I see Robert Mathis, Dwight Freeney. I see those two. I mean, that was the guys I idolized growing up. I always tried to perfect the Dwight Freeney spin move. I got to actually work with Robert Mathis when I was in high school up in Westfield.
Yeah,
so just being able to see those guys on the wall and just know that I was that kid watching them, and now just living their life that they were living at that time, it's just something that's surreal for me.
What's the best piece of advice or like coaching you got from Robert Mathis when you worked with him back in high school?
Just get off in aggression. I mean, really, if you're playing D-line in a state like this, you got to make sure that you get off the ball and that you're not going in there having fun. You got to make sure you're adamant and knowing what you're doing.
So who's your favorite all-time athlete then?
All time? Any sport?
Any sport. Pick any sport.
Any sport. I feel like I gotta go with basketball, and I'm not gonna give the Curry just because it's my last name, but I'd go with Shaq. I mean, that is a man of a mammoth, and he was out there doing athletic things that nobody's ever seen before.
This might sound weird, but like I'm 37.
Yeah.
Are you old enough to like appreciate Shaq?
Yeah, I mean, highlights are still there.
Okay,
I didn't get to see it live that much. I mean, maybe one, I don't even know if I got to see him live at all, but I watch all the highlights.
Okay.
I like old basketball than it is the new days. I love there's tough.
So when you watch Shaq, what like hits you about like, man, like this is how this guy was great?
It's that post beating you down to the rim and dunking on your head. I mean, it's that type of stuff that, he wasn't out there to have fun. He was out there taking heads off, and he was playing physical. That's the way basketball should be played, I feel like.
Is there anything you can take from like watching other sports to not necessarily directly apply to your game, but just like, I don't know, mentalities, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, a real big thing with basketball and defensive end is you're playing basketball on grass with defensive end. You're trying to get around a guy. You're setting him up. You're giving head fakes. And it's really just the way that they move out there. You see how smooth they are with their footwork and everything, and that's just little things you can pick up on.
If someone who maybe hadn't watched you at Ohio State last year said, what's one game they should watch of your tape to get to know Caden Curry?
Yeah.
Which game would you send them to?
First, Indiana. Just watch the first play. Obviously, I got a pretty good hold of Mendoza, and I feel like that just shook the whole stadium, and it definitely started out for a great game for me.
Yeah, cool. I know, again, you've only been here for a couple of weeks, but staffers here are so important. Like something that Tyler told me that I thought was really interesting was he was like, when you're in college, like the staff is almost kind of in like another part of the university, and now here it's like everyone's all in the same building all together. Is there a staff member you want to shout out who's kind of helped you on like early on to get acclimated to being in the NFL?
I'll give it to the special teams coach, Coach Mason. That's my guy. He's from Zionsville, so got that Indy connection, and he's definitely showed me that just any way to get on the field and just to prove myself every single day.
I mean, that mentality kind of comes from being at Ohio State too, right?
For sure, definitely. I mean, Ohio State was really family-oriented too. We had the brotherhood in the locker room. We were really close there, but you can see it here too. It's the same type of deal, and you can just tell that these guys love each other and that they're playing for each other.
All right, I want to get you out of here on this. What is your favorite feeling to have on a football field?
It's that feeling right after a sack or a tackle for loss. It's the crowd erupting. It's you seeing all your teammates coming up to you and congratulating you. It's nothing better than that.
That's awesome. Caden, appreciate the time, man. Good luck this season. We'll see you around.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Right on. All right, Jaylahn Tuimoloau is here, Colts defensive end. How you doing, man?
Doing good. How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
What's something that you've been able to do now that you're in your second year in the league that maybe you weren't able to do as a rookie?
Off season or just
in general? Like, I mean, I guess it would be the off season because that's where we are. Taping this right now.
just find my routine. Being in the league first year, learning from a lot of guys in my room, being able to just find that in season / off season routine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, since we're back here doing OTAs, just being able to find what that is, and then during off season, have a little break, just give my body that downtime, and then at the same time, just instead of working on 40s and everything, really working on my craft and getting stronger, faster, and quicker.
What's something that you worked on with that time to work on your craft, maybe in January, February,
it was
March?
just for me, just eating right. I wanted to become as lean as I can. I felt like that. During the combine process, I felt how different I moved and felt how much better I was compared to, or even my senior year, last year at Ohio State, just how different I moved and played compared to like my freshman, sophomore, junior year. And I was like, man, I want to get back to that. So that was just the main thing, was eat right, and not even about losing weight, just cutting all the fat off of me, and just see how much I can change my body with that amount of time I have.
Have you felt a difference through OTAs, just like being back out there on the field, even if you're wearing shorts and a helmet?
Yeah, I feel a lot different. Like you said, we're in shorts, so I can't wait till we get on and put the pads on and get to hitting each other, and the physicality picks up. But when I'm out there, I feel a lot lighter, and I think having that 1 year under my belt allows me to get used to the pace of league play, and you're able to see things a lot at a slower, I guess, things slow down for you.
Yeah.
So and it feels good. There's times where I'm like, dang, I'm seeing this. Like, I remember last year I was like, trying to panic and go all over the place, but this year kind of settling down and just having fun and enjoying and being myself out there.
You hit one move. It was kind of like a spin move when you were inside on Zabel against Seattle. And I remember watching that and just being like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Like when you have those little moments as a rookie, how do you take those and build on them going into year two?
Man, I think it's something you can build off of course. I think for me, being hard on myself, I was like, man, there are so many times where I was close to getting a sack, and all I had to do was either get there a little bit quicker or just hang on to the quarterback. And I look at those things, and there's positives and negatives that come out of it for me. Positives I'm able to rush in the league and play at the high level. And I think I wouldn't say negative, but the more so critiquing my own self side of it is, all right, man, we didn't come out with any of those sacks. So let's make sure we don't miss any of them. Let's make sure that we get there faster, or grip strength is a lot stronger than it was. So, but those little things, you have to appreciate those things, because I think it helps you. It helps you be confident in yourself going into the second year.
We had Caden Curry on the podcast last week. Caden Curry will be successful in the NFL because of why?
I feel like he's unorthodox. There's times where you see him rush and you're like, dang, okay, he does a move that everyone else does, and then he'll do a certain move where it's he's off balance, but for somehow, some way, he was able to get around the tackle, and he's smart. I mean, at O State, we use him everywhere, on every special teams, everywhere on the defense with, and Coach Patricia. He was able to just show off how versatile he was, and I think all that, putting it into one mind and one body, he's able to use that, and when he goes out there, he's able to just play free and fast, because he's played everywhere. So he's relentless. I say the 2 words is, he has relentless effort, and he's unorthodox, so you don't know what to expect, which is always good. You want to keep the offense guessing all the time.
Yeah, I mean, his motor just jumps off the tape when you say relentless effort. It's he's like that one he had against I think it was Oregon, just chasing. Was it maybe Oregon? It was some game where he chased a guy down.
He had one where
when
we played Oregon Rose Bowl, and then there's another one. I think it was Purdue or somewhere this past season, where he got a sack. recover the fumble, did like a tumble over the lineman and scored. It was like, man, like you can't teach that. You have to, you have to be born with it.
I would asking guys, like, shout out a staff member. Who's a staff member here who's like really helped you out in your now year plus in the NFL?
Oh, shout out Zane.
Zane Fakes, yeah.
Yeah, strength coach that works with the D-line, and he's always out there with us, man. He's always just in my ear, any feedback I need or anything I need to do on my body, whether it's stretching or, hey, I want to strengthen these little muscles. He's always on it. And Steven and Donika, they're the trainers that, whenever I need some mobility stuff done, stretching done, they're always there. So, yeah, shout out to those people right there.
Is it even different in the NFL from college? You come from Ohio State, it's a huge program, but is it even different in the NFL of, like, everyone kind of being in the same building and all the, you're interacting with so many staff members whose job it is to get you on the field on Sundays?
I say that's one thing that I was expecting to be different. Like, okay, I'm on my own. Like, I have to, it's like I have to get in where I fit in. But here they do a great job of, if you need work, speak up. Like, don't be afraid to come in and ask the trainers, like, hey, I need this. So they do a great job of it. And I think it took me a while because I was like, I'll walk in, I see all the year 4 or 5s and up getting treatment. I'm like, oh dang, I can't be here. Like, I'm a rookie. But I was able to just, the guys took me under the wings, like, hey man, whatever work you need, don't be afraid to ask and just step up. And yeah, that's one thing I'm very blessed and I appreciate about the Colts is they make it a family atmosphere, which was different. I didn't expect that coming into the league, but yeah, they make it feel, just like how Ohio State was. So great, big family.
You're from the Seattle area. You played your college football at Ohio State, so you had sort of a taste of the Midwest.
Yeah.
Now that you've been here in Indy for the last year or so, what's something you've come to appreciate about Central Indiana, Indianapolis?
Oh, I say here it's small. This is a very small thing, but when it snows out here, like, they're quick to plow the roads and get the roads all cleared up. It was, for me, I'm like, dang, they're on it. Like, whoever's driving the trucks to plow the roads, shout out you guys, man. You guys make it easier to get to work and easier for everyone else. I think that's something that's very small but goes unnoticed. But for me, it's like, I appreciate that. You got a lot of, and I feel like that just shows what the type of people we have here, just hard workers, people who, no matter what's going on, they're going to make sure that they get it done and help each other out. And, Indy is a rugged place where, everyone's about their work. Everyone is about their craft. And, you can tell that by the fans. They're very loyal, very passionate about the Colts, and you can see that in just day-to-day life.
Love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you out here on this. Jaylahn, who is your favorite all-time athlete?
Oh, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe?
Yeah, that's my GOAT. That's my GOAT right there. Just one, grew up a Laker fan. But two, it was just, I think as I became older, just seeing how he moves and how he went about things, where he may hit rock bottom, but he never made an excuse for himself. It was just, all right, now we got to get back to the drawing board, and the mentality, the Mamba mentality is, everybody says it, but I think once I really started to understand what he does and that he always trying to find that next thing, but he always appreciates the wins and also the losses. And when you ask me about the question about the moves and everything, where there's good and there's growth that comes from it. So just taught me how to not be complacent or be comfortable. You always want to grow, and when things get uncomfortable, that's where you find out who you really are.
See, I love asking you guys this. I told this to J.O. because he brought up, like, LeBron. And I love asking you guys this because you're also professional athletes. So the way you're watching Kobe is different than the way that, like, 99.9% of the rest of the population's watching Kobe. Like, I'm watching Kobe, I'm like, man, that dude's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're watching him and being like, I'm looking for this and this and this.
Yeah.
Because, like, what it takes to be a professional athlete. And, like, that's just a different lens that you guys have.
Yeah, and I feel like there's always people you can learn from. And I feel like it's natural for athletes to look at other athletes because we're like, man, we know like when someone gets injured or someone's going through a rough time where it may not be something on the field. It may be something off the field where you're just like, there's a lot of things going on mentally, and we can relate more with them. So, looking at Kobe, and I always when he ran through Pau Gasol's chest.
Yeah.
In the big game, it was like that shows like, no matter who I know on the other team, when we step in between the lines, there's no friends.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you're my enemy for 60 minutes, and after I beat you, then we can talk. So it just shows, like, my dad always told me, the Fawcett mentality, being able to turn it off and on. And Kobe, he was just shoot. When he turned it on, there's no stopping him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jaylahn, appreciate the time, man.
Appreciate
Thank you
guys.